Hello, welcome to our monthly class today. For those of you who have not met me yet, my name is Gloria Ramirez, and I am happy to offer some inspiration. And the title of this talk today or class is Your Attitude Can Keep Hope Alive. Your attitude can keep hope alive. And the reason why I came up with this blog, because this was originally a blog, and then obviously what I like to do is share my blogs in a class like this, and I offer the class, the monthly class, once a month and for free. So I welcome you and I thank you for your presence. And some of you are going to be listening to the recording, so welcome as well. And thank you for your willingness to listen to this inspiring message. And I trust that you find it inspiring. The reason why I came up with this title, Your Attitude Can Keep a hope alive, is because on a Sunday service, I was listening to the minister, and he was saying that the way we show up in our lives and how we conduct ourselves is always like either obviously a positive impact for those around us, or maybe not so positive. So the idea is that we really realize that how the way we behave every day, how we show up in our interactions with others, is going to impact either positively or negatively our friends, family, and obviously ourselves. So that's how this title of Your Attitude Can Keep Hope Alive came about. Again, it was an eye-opening for me, an eye-opener for me, because the minister was, as a matter of fact, sharing about a couple who lives here at Ananda Village, which is the spiritual community where I live. And he was sharing how they were an example of living in harmony and also being of service to others. And it's so true. This couple that, as a matter of fact, recently got married are an example. And it's obviously very nice to see people who get along with each other and that they are also doing their best to be kind to others. And that brings hope not only to those around us, but also hope for humanity. And so, and one thing that I like to share also is that that's exactly what happens here in Ananda Village. It's a spiritual community. Obviously, no one is perfect. We are all trying to become better versions of ourselves every day. But one thing that I see clearly, or I experience, I'm going to say, is that they inspire me. They definitely offer me hope, in the sense that they are kind people, they are good people, they are people that want to really open their hearts to others and obviously to God. And that is wonderful hope for me, because I can see that I can do the same. And so I'm definitely always very grateful to be able to live in this wonderful community. And so I really believe that in every moment of our lives, we are faced with choices. And any action, positive or negative, is going to impact us or others. For example, what do you think is going to happen if we are maybe, how can I say, like prone to be critical, or to be selfish, or to be fearful, or maybe to complain what do you think is going to happen? Well, maybe there are reasons why we feel that way. However, the invitation that we have all the time is to really try to heal any emotional issues or challenges that we have, and to continue to show up at the highest level. So we, unfortunately, with behaviors like these of criticism, selfishness, fear, and all of that, we are contaminating the world. But the good news is, and on the other hand, is that embracing kindness and love and peace and generosity and patience really allow us to show at a totally different level, and of course have a positive impact in our world. So that's why it's very, very important to really pay attention and see how we are either impacting our world or maybe contaminating the world. And it is essential to be mindful of our behavior. And obviously, when we are tempted to have a negative attitude, we can always shift it and change it to a positive attitude. So that way we continue to serve as beacons of hope for others, which is the topic of today, to be beacons of hope to others. And so by living as role models through our actions, we are going to really inspire others and uplift others around us. And that's the idea. And that's what I definitely see a lot here at Ananda. And I feel that I have the same responsibility to behave in the best possible ways, so I can help uplift others and be an inspiration to others. Not for anyone ever to put me on a pedestal, because that's never, ever my intention, and I'm not interested in that. Only on the opposite, because if that person is able to feel hopeful because the way maybe I am treating him or her, or the way I am showing up in the world, I know that that person is going to have a better life by applying the same ideas in his or her own life. So the main reason really is for our brothers and sisters in the world to have a better life, more harmonious, better in every single way. So we obviously, if we think about it, and if you think about it, you can think of people who have been role models for you, either maybe heroes of history, or also heroes in your own family or friends that have been beacons of hope for you. And I think we all have really at least a handful of them, and then that is wonderful to be able to think about how they have impacted our lives. And again, for example, I can say clearly that my oldest sister, who is about 20 years older than me, she has impacted my life in a very, very positive way from since I was a child. And wow, what an amazing experience has been to be in this journey with her. Beautiful, very, very beautiful human being. And then if I think about heroes, obviously I have very many that I'm grateful for their inspiration and being role models, like Nelson Mandela, being in prison for 27 years and then being able to forgive and totally forgive others. And then he ended up becoming the president of South Africa right after he came out of prison. So many, obviously Gandhi and nonviolence, right? It's just so many people. And that is what we have to aspire to also be a role model at the highest level possible, that whatever is possible for us. And then So now what I like to do is share with you 4 principles or ideas that can help you to inspire hope in others. These are ideas. This is an invitation for you to maybe practice this in your life. And I think no doubt that anything that we practice that is positive is going to help us to have a better life and also obviously to impact the lives of others. So the first one is to view yourself as an integral part of the collective rather than being isolated from it. What does it mean? That instead of focusing our attention towards our differences, what can do is really pay attention about our similarities. And in which sense? Well, we all have been created by God and we have been made in his image and likeness. So that's a huge similarity right there. And the good news is that by doing that, we are going to be able to recognize more and more every human being as a member of a human family. And then that way is going to push us to really contribute to the well-being of the human family, instead of us maybe focusing just on my family, my children, my spouse, my parents. Yes, they are important, obviously, and it's wonderful to be able to have very harmonious relationships with them. However, it's very important for us to be inclusive and to have that a collective mindset that says that I include everyone, I think about everyone. For example, right now there are countries that are at war, right? So we can definitely pray for those people, for those countries, and then really do it with devotion. And so we can do so much every single day, and prayer is so important. So remember, view yourself as an integral part of the collective rather than being isolated from it, meaning that you are not an island just by yourself. You have the human race right there with you, meaning friends, family, people that you work with. But besides that, everyone else, and it's part of this human family. And one way or another, we are doing our best to expand our heart to extend a hand, a helping hand to others. That's what we do when we think about the whole world as a human family. Then we can think more in terms of how I am going to open my heart and extend a helping hand to my brothers and sisters in whenever is necessary. The second idea that I like to present to you to be able to have an attitude that can keep hope alive is focus on spreading positivity and light. We all know how important it is to be positive. And so when we do that, we are going to obviously impact not only those people around us, but also ourselves. So be mindful of the words that you use, and really do your best to use words that are positive, that are kind. And let's say that you have something that you need to say to the person because you feel that he or she didn't behave in the right way. Find the right moment to do it, and then do it with a lot of respect. Do it with a lot of compassion. Why? Because you would like for them to do the same to you if it happens. Okay, so be attentive to how you are spreading that positivity and that light. Remember that the energy you put out in the world attracts similar experiences back to you. This is called the law of attraction, the law of magnetism, is called the law of karma, it's called the law of cause and effect, right? So The energy you put out into the world attracts similar experiences back to you. So you want to be kind to others, because then, number one, because that's the right thing to do, right? And number two, because then you are going to attract that kindness into your own life. And by focusing on the good in every situation and in every person, you invite positive experiences into your life. This is so important. And sometimes we might think, oh, it's a little too difficult. No, when we know clearly that love is the catalyst for change and to heal, then it's not possible to get confused about love. About love, meaning respecting others, being kind to others. That there is no confusion there. It's just we are or we are not. So the thing is that if we feel that we have blocks, meaning resentment or anger or any mixed emotions, don't worry. Do not put yourself down. All you have to do is just work with those emotions and do your best to heal them. If you cannot do it by yourself, and let's say that you have had the same issue for a long time, go ahead and seek help. Find a person, a coach or a therapist that can help you to really change that energy. And so that's exactly what I did. I have shared this story many, many times, how I was a very critical person, very sarcastic and extremely bad tempered. And it had not been for the fact that I started to seek help, I would not even be here in front of you today. So we do have obviously the opportunity to make a difference and in our own lives and transform energy that is not the highest. And all we have to do is just be willing to do our part, to take action, and to use our willpower. Okay. So the third third principle that I like to share with you, to be able to keep a hope alive in your life and an attitude of hope, is let the golden rule guide your path. And all of us know what the golden rule is, which is to treat others as you would like to be treated. And wow, what a wonderful golden rule. Sometimes, obviously, we might forget that golden rule and then think that we have the right to treat others in whatever which way we want to. And no, even if the other person is quite wrong, we still have the responsibility to treat people with respect. Let's say the other person is quite wrong, then you have to wait until you feel more calmer. And then what you can do is then go ahead and contact the person, and with respect, you explain to the person that this is his or her behavior, it really hurt you, and that you like to talk about how you can find a solution, a commitment that you can both be able to follow. And then that would be one way. The other way is that find a coach, find out how you can handle the situation, and then contact the person. The other way that can be handled is by talking to God a lot and saying, God, I don't want to disrespect your child. This person is your child. I am your child, and we need to respect each other. So please help me what to do. Tell me what to do. And then God is going to guide you. So let the golden rule guide your path. And it is really very empowering to be attentive when it comes to the golden rule, because it serves as a compass that is going to direct you to live a life that is going to bring hope to you, to others, and then peace and harmony in your life. So very, very important. The thing is that we all want to be treated with respect and with kindness, but sometimes we don't do the same to others. So we cannot make exceptions. I think every one of us wants to be treated with respect and kindness. So therefore, I am sure of that. I don't think there is a person that is going to say, oh, no, I don't mind. I don't care if they abuse me or disrespect me. And I don't care. I don't think so. We do want to be treated with respect, including when we make mistakes, right? So then, therefore, that is what we have to do too, according to the golden rule. Treat others as you would like to be treated, right? Because I expect for that to happen for me, then obviously it is the same thing that we are going to extend that courtesy to others. So remember that all you have to do is just be attentive in how you are showing up every day, and do your best to embody this principle. And then this is a wonderful practice, because we not only uplift our own consciousness, but also become beacons of hope for others. So remember, let the golden rule guide your path. That was number 3. Number 4 is stay resilient. So what does it mean? So it means that no matter what kind of challenges show up in your life, and how they may come your way or whatever, always remember that deep within lies the strength to overcome every single challenge, every single one. And you probably have countless stories in your own life on how you decided to trust, and then sure enough, you were able to see the wonderful opportunity to become victorious about the situation that was happening. The thing, dear friends, is that a lot of times when we are faced with a challenge, a person that is difficult, the challenge is that we tend to go to a space of playing victim, or blaming others, or finding excuses to not see a resolution within ourselves first about what is happening. We tend to go outside at that moment when we are faced with challenges. And dear friends, the answer is always inside. That situation is happening because it's inviting us to be resilient, to overcome the challenge by looking at what's the lesson that I need to practice at that moment. What's the message? In many cases, it means being patient. In some other cases, it means to maybe set up a boundary if the other person is being disrespectful, and might be a good idea, but not always that's the case. Sometimes we are being invited to have compassion, and to really kind of almost put ourselves in the shoes of the other person. In many, many cases, we are invited to pray and to deepen our faith. So there are so many messages hidden behind relationships, and relationships are going to be really the way for us to be able to overcome any behaviors that are not the highest in us. That is the way it is, either with the spouse, or with the coworker, or with the family member. It's always someone that is going to push our buttons. But again, dear friends, I highly recommend to not waste any time playing victim. I highly recommend not to waste any time blaming others. No, when we do that, we are not seeing the what is behind the experience. That experience is a wonderful golden opportunity for us to be able to change, to transform our lives. I am not saying that it's easy. However, with the help of God, with faith in God, and with our willpower, we can change it. We can face the situation and then be willing to with courage and wisdom, be willing to discover what's behind that challenge. What is the message behind that challenge? And it happens every single day. And really have the determination to really let go of the temptation to play victim. We are not victims. We are the children of the Most High, and God has given us the power to think at the highest level possible, but we have to exercise that power. And I love the quote from the Bible that says, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. I just totally love that quote. It's such an amazing quote. Dear friends, it means exactly what I am talking about. That be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind means that you, instead of blaming others, you are going to transform your mind. You're going to say, oh, it looks like this person is really teaching me to be more patient. Or it seems that this person is kind of inviting me with his behavior, not verbally, but with his behavior, to not criticize and to praise and to find something positive in him instead of gossiping or criticizing. Or it seems like this person is inviting me to have compassion, because it looks like he looks sad and a little short in the sense of his temper, but God knows what is happening at home with his family, with his children or her children. So you see, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind means that we are going to put it on us, okay? Take full responsibility and say, okay, what is the message here? Always remember not to take full responsibility from the space of beating yourself up. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You just say, you can even say, I'm so sorry you feel that way about that person. Let's go ahead and ask God to see how we can handle it in a way that we respect ourselves, and also we respect others. So you are willing to open your heart to be guided by the divine, to see how you can solve the situation. But my dear friends, this is a very big topic, meaning the relationship with others and being able to stay resilient, being able to stay strong no matter the challenges that may come your way. You have to have courage, you have to have wisdom, you have to have exercise your willpower. And as you do that, you not only are going to discover the light at the end of the tunnel, but also you are going to ignite hope in the hearts of those around you. But you have to be willing to do your part. When we play victim, the challenge is that we miss out completely an opportunity that life is giving us to really be to overcome our limitations, to overcome our false beliefs, to overcome our negative habits. We are missing that amazing opportunity. I invite every one of us to not miss that opportunity, to really be resilient and face the situations, but not with anger or criticism or gossiping or playing victim, but only with a mentality of victory, meaning that by you being willing to open your mind and be like Jesus say, be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. So be willing to renew your mind, to open your mind, to understand what is happening right there at that moment, why it is happening, and what is the message, what is the lesson. And you can do all of this without putting yourself down, without feeling guilty, just with love and compassion towards yourself. And God will reveal to you what's the message, what is the learning that needs to take place there. So that's my invitation, dear friends. So in summary, the four aspects that I have shared with you today, that I invite you to practice and see if you can at least choose one or two that you can commit to, and then put some time and effort to observe yourself and to see how you are doing with that specific one or a couple of ones. So your attitude can keep hope alive is a wonderful invitation for us to practice these four principles. Number one, view yourself as an integral part of the collective rather than being isolated from it. Again, instead of feeling that you are just you and that maybe being a little bit selfish, be concerned in the good, positive way, in the affairs of others, the well-being of others, I should say, in the well-being of others. And when anyone needs help, and then you definitely offer that help, and also at least to pray for people, and to know that your family is not just your immediate family, your family is the whole human race. That would be a very good step forward. Number two, focus on spreading positivity and light. The more you are able to feel your light and to be kind and to be loving, the more there is a luminosity in you that is going to be obvious, and you are going to be able to touch the lives of others by your kindness, by respecting them, by being kind to them, by everything that you do. And so make sure that you you concentrate on that and spreading that positivity and your light. Number three, let the golden rule guide your path. And again, we know that the golden rule is treat others as you would like to be treated. So again, it's the same thing. No exceptions. If we like to be treated correctly all the time, then we gotta do the same. And there are moments in which we feel emotionally not ready, and so we can go ahead and journal. We can go ahead and meditate. We can go ahead and finding a coach that can help you to overcome whatever emotional issue you have. So there are answers nowadays. There is no excuse for us not to work on ourselves and overcome our challenges. And then number four, stay resilient. And this again is so important, because if we stay resilient instead of blaming others, we are going to be able to heal whatever it is that is presenting in front of us. And little by little, we become, our light becomes brighter, and our attitude becomes more positive, and that is all very good for ourselves and for humanity. So as we continue to move forward in life, really, please don't forget that we do have we have how can I say, our actions, our attitude, our language has a profound impact in the lives of people. And by how we behave with kindness and calmness and compassion, we are going to be able to offer hope to others, because they are going to feel like, wow, it seems like this person is treating me with respect and with love. And therefore, even though the person might not totally notice it, but deep inside something is happening that is giving the person the strength to continue to do better. And so with each step that you take towards spiritual growth and personal growth, you are going to have the opportunity to shine very brightly and become a beacon of love and light, like a lighthouse, right? Lighthouse, obviously, it spreads the light all around. And remember that at the end of the day, it's not even our light, it's not even our love, it's not even our peace. It's just we are being channels, we are being like vehicles for God to be able to use us and then to treat his children with love, with respect, with kindness. So my invitation is to continue to really embody compassion, kindness, and be resilient in the face of adversity, and see what the lessons are when that adversity shows up. And then continue to really be that channel of love that God wants for us to be. I always say that that's really the main journey here on earth, is to be a channel of love. And little by little, as we move forward, there are things that are going to show up that we need to work on, like emotional issues or different situations, obviously. But the main thing is to do the work, to face whatever it is that we know that we need to change in ourselves, so that way we are able to really be that channel of love, that beacon of love, that hope for so many, for our own family members and the people around us, and for the human race as a whole. So that's my invitation, dear friends, to really be very, very committed. And I know you can do that. I'm going to repeat one more time the four principles that I am sharing here to keep an attitude that keeps hope alive. View yourself as an integral part of the collective rather than being isolated from it. 2, focus on spreading positivity and light. 3, let the golden rule guide your path. And 4, stay resilient. And the good news is that you can find this message, this inspiration, in my blog under the same title, called, so you can read it, Your Attitude Can Keep Your Hope Alive, and it's under blogs. Now, this recording is going to be also available on my website under gloriaramirez.com/free. And you can share with anyone you like. I think it's important that we are able, that we share inspiration, so that way we can definitely help others. So thank you so much. And I know that you are going to put into practice at least one of these principles, and it will be a victory. That is definitely how I see you being successful and victorious. And so thank you again, and blessings.